Marooned on Triton.
Hello, Internet, and welcome back to Marooned on Triton. So, last episode we made it back to our humble cave dwelling. Uh, that's it. It was a long drive, but we're back home now. We've made a couple of laid out some future improvements, scaffolded them up. So, today we'll probably be actually, building them. So, here we go. Okay. So that's this stuff about all laid out. Got the beginnings of this turret emplacement. I'm wondering... Because my initial thought was to have this just be a tower with a bunch of turrets on it. And that would work, but I'm wondering if there would be some benefit in trying to make a turret inside here that's covered. Sort of a pillbox, as opposed to a, tower with a bunch of turrets on it. I guess the downside with that, I'd need to go one block higher so it could clear the wind turbines, because I don't really want those in the way. And I guess, I feel like it would look cooler to have it be some sort of pillbox thing. In reality, I'm being attacked from above. Nothing's come at me yet from the ground level. I hope nothing does. But having a sort of pillbox, while yes, it would look cool, I don't think is actually all that useful in terms of long-term defense. I think what may be better is to make this just sort of, maybe again, one block higher, so that I can have, may have to go 2 blocks higher to have a turret on this side. But make it up a little bit, turret, maybe a turret on the very top of a sort of dome structure. I think that'll work better. Then I'll be able to have this sort of internal space that I could use for something. There's not really a whole lot I actually would want to put in here. I think it would be cool to, have this as an extra exit, be able to come up here and kind of, scout things out. But no. It'll be a bunch of space that's probably just gonna sit empty, because anything of value I want deeper in the tunnel. Well, I guess maybe first step, let's actually head back inside. So we've got all this. It's not actually connected at all with the existing sort of base structure. So maybe what I should do first, just leave this as mostly, I may do a line just from the wind turbines down so they don't get exploded. I think maybe the first step is to get the wind turbines up, and then actually, kind of in a simplified fashion, run a line and actually start building over here what's going to be the main base. Or at least get something kind of set up that can be another temporary base on this structure. Because I'm going to have to do a lot of other planning to, I think, get how I want all this to go. Ooh. Okay, there's another cargo bot. I seem to be in the transportation corridor more often than the enemy corridor. at least of late. I guess I need a bunch of steel. And I probably should figure out at some point. So this thing's dead, right? Or did I put the battery? Nah, yeah, battery's on auto. She's dead, Jim. I left the lights on, that's part of the issue. I guess what I could do... Turn off the parking brake. Can I... Oh, I could just barely shove it. It's very heavy. Ugh. Oh, goodness. Okay, that's... I think wasted effort. Here. We're gonna be moving this stuff anyway. If I get this thing positioned around, I can dump some of its power into the Skytrike. And then I could look into... Oh, this is hard to do. Yeah, I could look into repurposing this, or I may just scrap the whole thing and use some of the parts to see if I can't convert the ice machine into a more long-term viable vehicle. Okay, oh crud, also. I still don't have control of this connector. Right. Well, we'll lock that one. What was that? I don't remember. Do I... Okay. I don't have the battery named. It's battery 6. Let's just... like so. Now I should be able to have that on for recharge. Hit that on recharge and it'll sap the power out of this thing. Which I could also go ahead and unload the valuables from. I forgot about that little bit of platinum and whatnot. Oh, in fact, what's already going. Maybe I should have waited and put some yield modules on the Ore refinery. Yeah, before it ate through that. Well, how much platinum do you need for... What is it? It's the high tier tools. You need a lot more than I've got. Yeah, probably could have put a yield module on that. I could try for some of the second tier ones. At least maybe a second tier welder. That's another thing I'm probably going to want for this. At least for this deck, I'm going to need some sort of welding machine. Because I really don't fancy having to do it all by hand. And then probably something to put in the supports and whatnot. At the very least, I'll need something to get me up there to build the supports. Is there anything left in here? No, there is that from the seat. And then whatever's in this connector that I can't access. I assume it won't let me... Yeah, I'm not even seeing it. So I can't pull stuff out. The thruster? Yeah, no, the thrusters are off. That's important. Alright. So. Stuff for wind turbine. 14 girders I still need. We can produce those. Okay. Then one more. Produce the girders. Ah, the joys of intelligent systems. That's all the steel I can take, so we'll just go. Need more construction components for the pillar bits, but that's not a huge issue. Oh. Okay, apparently I only got stuff for 2. Well, that's fine, because now I can select everything properly. Then I guess I might as well while I'm up here. It's a little bit, and then I guess I'll just do down each side. Though honestly, I may want to get these pillars built just in case. The stuff shouldn't move because it's built into the ground like it is. Wind kicking up. Oh, yep. Snow blowing off the mountain. So 270 Windows Storm. Not great, but not horrible. Actually, this one's moving a little quicker. 285, 250, 270. They'll each probably get slightly different just because they're so close to the ground. But I feel like the higher I make them, the more at risk of blowing up they are. And it's not like this is intended as the long-term power solution. This is more, as I said earlier, just to give me some basic, have a nice backup supply so I never have to worry about running completely dead. Oh, right. I forgot that some of this is going to be blue like the old stuff, some of this is now white because of what I've been using. I mean, the blue, if we're being honest, was more for fun anyway. It's not like that actually helps you at all out here with camouflage. I may go ahead. I mean, I should have it selected with the suit. Let's just apply that to everything. Go forward. I think white is a good color. We can always have some more color in here as we go, but especially for like the outside visible stuff, I mean, it won't necessarily do much, but especially for robots that can probably see with like infrared and all kinds of other stuff. But it'll make me feel better knowing that maybe there's a little bit of camouflage. It's not super notable. In fact, we could have a slightly more blue tint to it. Yeah. Not perfect, but I think it'll work for a color. White's a nice base coat anyway. It'll make the whole inside feel bigger. Okay. So we've got that with kind of a basic connection. I actually probably want all those steel plates. How are we going? Battery rise, still 8 minutes to charge. That'll be depleted in 7. Okay, so it's probably going to eat all the power out of this thing, which is fine. Because that means I don't lose anything really when I tear it down. Okay. So guess I'll just run a single line that'll carry the power. We'll kind of maybe just run it right up to the edge. That along. Oh boy. Let's pop back up here. Is that a good... Yeah, that's kind of in the wall. That should be fine. A fine spot to kind of carry on from. I guess it's just start building. So if I can extend this, I guess this is the part that extends all the way. Don't know. I talked about having a sort of bridge go off that way, maybe to more parking. So maybe actually we don't do it quite like this. And there's a scout bot. Ooh, I should check. Do I have any... Okay, I have 5 boxes of Gatling ammo. Let's just make sure the turret out here has some. Unfortunately, I think I took a good bit of it with me. Oh boy. Well, it's probably not going to be able to see me visually. Okay. That should be plenty of ammo. And honestly, it's kind of in the position. It's probably over the mountain, as they always seem to be. Guess that's good for me. Okay. So I think maybe instead of just having a flat thing, make this an angle, kind of going back in here. Because the idea is that most of the base is actually below us. This will just kind of be the top area. Stairs to go down, essentially, and kind of a small parking area. Just for quick access. So maybe we go back to this one. And then across. And that should be plenty of room to kind of work down as essentially a sort of underground skyscraper tower. Whoops. Ow. Well, good thing we had the safety jetpack. You're not supposed to be here. Yeah, so from down here, I guess I could continue to run a line down. My idea was to have essentially a floor down here for the factory stuff. Then maybe parking over this end. And general unloading that can come straight down to cargo. Have the bridge with the industrial stuff underneath, and then my sort of enclosed, comfortable living areas over here. Yeah, so do those, and then can I catch myself on this? It's gonna burn fuel. fact. Yep. Let's hop out before we run out, because if we run out of fuel, we're just living down there. There's no getting out. I guess there's one way to get out, but it's not a very comfortable one. So that comes down to there. I have the floor. Nah, I think I want floor level 1 up. So kind of at this height. I guess I should be doing these. I could do these as halves to save some material. And then I can use some of this area that'll be underneath it to run piping to the various stuff. Though it might be handy to have the piping above and accessible. There may just be extra area. It's hard to see with not much light, but it's a whole lot of floor. Maybe a little over half. Guess one of the first things I should do is get some sort of stairwell set up. Maybe I have it there kind of following along this post. Let's work our way back up here with the jets, and then what do you need? You need construction components for these. I should have plenty of those. Okay. So the pillar is here. I guess if I kind of... Maybe I start the stairs here. So if I have them kind of going stair down and then platform on each end, that should make it pretty easy to build the levels of building once I'm to that point. Though it's not going to be very easy to build the stairs. Okay. Good, that is attached. So then I can do one of those. Oh, the downside though. I need to then get some on the underside. Like that. Ooh, it's convoluted. But that lets me then connect those there. And then I just keep doing that down. Thinking it may be better to actually build the sort of shaft, or at least another pillar that I can build off of, because down here I just have to put the ones facing down to connect the next stair bit. But over here it's going to always be a hassle. Let's get some steel and see what we can do. I mean, eventually this is going to probably be inside. And I may have a door here. So I'm going to want it to be this way anyway. And have this... How do I want to do... Maybe I just have this walled off completely. This wall goes up to the ceiling. I have a door here. And then this stairwell is completely inside. I kind of like that. We'll have to figure out how to deal with the curved roof. That can come later. Okay. So we've got that. Let's... continue that down to, I guess, there. I'll have to see exactly where the floor there ends. So, I'm gonna have to, or actually, if I do that, I can very carefully remove those. This is still all attached and secure. Then I can just kind of keep going down. Oh, that's a pain to build them. I should have built this pillar one over, because then this would be easier. Oh boy. That's uncomfortable. As is that, though slightly less uncomfortable than... Ooh, that weird hop. Oh boy, none of the... Hope I built in the wrong spot. That's the right spot. Ooh, no wonder construction workers grow old quick. Oh, good. So that is a floor. That'll probably be the floor of the habitation section. And from there I can actually walk up. If that becomes the back wall... yeah, because the other pillar's there, so I can get rid of that. Drill out that bit. Realize I've missed a spot. I should be able to build a wall kind of all the way up now, where you won't see the rock from inside, and it'll kind of keep it, it should keep everything kind of airtight to keep heat in. Looks like I forgot to build a set of stairs here. That or they fell off. Yeah. I can walk all the way up, and I guess technically I can kind of scamper up that wall to get up to here. It's all very difficult to really make out with just the metallic scaffolding. Yeah, so if I then maybe... have that there. So I could keep it running down this pillar. Or I could have it run straight down this way. That feels more... having it end up like here seems more right, because this puts you more in the middle of the space, so I could have industrial equipment along the side. That means I'll have to use... maybe I just stick a light in there. I may want a light there anyway. Then I don't need one for here.
Inventory full.
I just need to clear the rocks. Alright. So I can now safely walk from the bottom of the Doom Pit to the top. All laid out with lovely dark metal. If I continue this across, I can, at the very back, build the sort of larger parking. I guess we're at a stage. Put that stuff away. Because that all connects down there, I could move some of my industrial stuff down there properly. So let's figure out what I... I mean, the refinery is going to be going down there for sure. An assembler. Honestly, there's a ton of space down there. For just me, I really don't need it all. Maybe part of that... Ooh. Now there's an idea. Maybe instead of building all that as industrial stuff, maybe down there becomes parking. If I can build some sort of elevator structure, maybe here kind of at the back, I can have the bridge that leads you to the elevator. You didn't take that. Oh, down. I didn't even realize I'd fallen there for a moment. Yeah. You didn't take the elevator kind of down to here, and all the area under the elevator and kind of over here becomes parking. Yeah, so all this area could be parking. I can then have the industrial kind of... I guess all this is going to be under the building. So maybe I do industrial along here. I could do some storage back here. I could do some industry. I think that'll be the floor, and I'll just have this area exposed. So this could be some industry. Yeah. Yeah, and then it makes sense to have a little parking spot right... Takes a while to get up this. Have the little parking bay right here for either the Skytrike or some other little quick runabout vehicle. Because then it's always parked up top. All the other stuff takes the elevator, so if something happens to the elevator, I still have something I can use to go and gather materials and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm liking this. Okay. Well, so if that's the plan... let's get some more iron. And maybe some... I don't know if I need construction or interior plates for anything, but I'll have some. Let's see if we can't lay this out. Okay. So, just highlight it. So if I end the building here, that leaves this corner where I can put it the right way. I can put the refinery. Now, so I could run... If I go with this style of assembler, with the access area, it would have to be backwards to line up Actually, it won't line up at all. There, it would need to... No, it would. There's no pass-through there. So it'd have to be over here. I guess that's not a bad thing. Because it kind of comes to the corner of the wall. I don't really need multiple assemblers that I can think of. I guess I could always stick one on top if I wanted. But then I could have some piping running over this way and stick some of my cargo containers. I could actually embed them in the floor, which is probably the smart idea. Let's see how well this will work.
Energy critical.
So if I try maybe with one of those, and I fall down. Yeah. So actually, I can just run a pipe straight from there into this cargo container. I could run either a second pipe or maybe this is where I stick my O2H2 generators. Kind of in between here. And then over on this side, pop one of those. I have another cargo container. So that's 2 large containers. I have some area in the middle here where I can put something useful. I won't be able to put the engines there necessarily, but it's not a big deal. I could put the engines. I could put an engine on the side of this. I guess I only... Well, I may want more than one just in case I need them. Oh, and actually...
No energy.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Okay. Somewhere here is stairs. There they are. Can I feel them out? That's the wrong side of them.
Health low.
Oh, Lord. I don't know if I'm on the stairs or not.
Your health
Yeah,
is
this is
critical.
unfortunate. Oh, I'm going up a little. And I'm dead. Right, okay. Just because I can walk up the stairs doesn't mean I'm safe. Okay, maybe it's time for some lights. Okay. It's a little bit of light. Not much, but it might help me. Well, I think it's not much to see, honestly, down here, really. But I think this will be where we end for today. So, we've got some plans going, some progress done there. We'll figure out how to connect all this stuff, what to put where, and probably actually make the move next time. So, thank you everybody so much for watching. Feel free to check out any of the other stuff I've done, and until next week, bye-bye.